Uncontested medical marijuana licenses could move forward amid litigation, a judge says. That's right. Alabama, the circuit court judge hearing a variety of lawsuits related to the stalled issuance of medical marijuana production and distribution licenses on Wednesday, said he may allow companies with non-contested permits to move forward. During the hearing, Montgomery Circuit Court Judge James Anderson heard a number of arguments from attorneys representing different companies that had applied for one of 6 different types of medical marijuana licenses. 5 of the 6 types of licenses permit companies to perform specific tasks within the grow-to-sale process, such as cultivation or transportation. Integrated process facility licenses, by far the most sought-after license permit companies to perform every step in the process. The Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission has already attempted to award licenses twice, but yet has to actually issue said licenses amid a flurry of lawsuits that allege the company's selection process was unfair. At the hearing, Anderson suggested he would likely modify a temporary restraining order he previously placed on the issuance of licenses to allow for the non-contested licenses to move forward. Those licenses would include secure transporter, cultivation, and state testing laboratory licenses. In a quote, "Until I'm convinced otherwise, that's my intent, to let the non-controversial ones move forward," he said. Anderson also noted that the impetus for all the litigation against the AMCC was likely the limited number of licenses the commission is permitted to issue in certain categories, prompting most attorneys in the courtroom to nod in agreement. In another quote, "The legislature set out certain numbers, which may be the mother of all these problems, and that's something the legislature could fix, but you sure can't bet on what the legislature is going to do," he says, about the 2021 law allowing for the use of some marijuana products for specific ailments and illnesses. And in another quote, they also say, "So right now, we've got the law like it is whether anybody likes it or not, and that's the way it's going to be enforced." While nearly all attorneys agreed that the limited number of licenses was an issue, several did not agree with the idea of allowing some licenses to be issued while leaving others in limbo. Furthermore, some attorneys, including those representing Alabama Always and Bragg Canna of Alabama, argued that the scores given to the companies during the selection processes should be thrown out entirely. In a quote, "We've been waiting for 4 months to try to do something about the scoring system, and we've explained why it's wrong, why it was inconsistent with the statute," said William Somerville, attorney for Alabama Always. In another quote, "If they consider scores on the next round of licenses, we're going to be back here for a long time litigating the validity of the scores. The way you can avoid that is to get rid of the scoring system and require the commission to make its decisions based on the statutory and regulatory criteria." Mike Jackson, an attorney for the AMCC, argued that the commission should be allowed to hold its next meeting on October 26th, its first meeting since adopting new rules before the judge made a decision on the matter. And in a quote, "They're not going to be happy about the scoring unless they get the right score. Nothing the commission does is going to satisfy them," Jackson said. And in another quote, "They're going to have a chance to make presentations to the commission, and I guarantee you, if Alabama Always is awarded a license, they're not going to bring any of this stuff up. So why don't we wait and see what happens after October 26th? The commission has absolute discretion on what they use to award licenses, and they can ignore the scoring completely, and they can take it into consideration. They have absolute discretion." And not all attorneys involved in litigation against AMCC wanted the scores thrown out, with Saxton Maine, an attorney for Verano, holding the position that they should remain due to what Anderson called a difference in opinion among the attorneys. He maintained his intent to allow the uncontested licenses to be issued, and Anderson made no rulings during the hearing, but set a tentative date for the next hearing as of October 30th, 4 days after the AMCC's meeting passed navigation. Well, Alabama, they got a whole bunch of lawsuits going on, and what do you guys think? This is Jason Beck reporting for the High at 9 News.
I wanna hear Dale's take on this one, man. This is,
Hopefully, he'll be back with us next
Alabama
week.
is looking like yeah, this is like, Alabama's looking like the anti-Florida, right now, and it seems like they're giving, special favoritism to, um, the homegrown entities,
Well, I
you're
mean,
actually taking
that quote.
taking the power away from Florida.
Well, yeah, that quote that they said in there, they said that the commission has full discretion and they don't have to worry about the point rubric system or anything. They can just award whoever they want licenses, and they can choose to look at that if they want. And hey, I mean, whatever, more power to them.
At least they're not sugarcoating it, they're not lying.
Yes,
Jeez.
exactly, exactly.
We will do what we want, and we don't give a shit what you think about it. I don't care how many millions of dollars you guys have. It's not enough. You guys have not given us enough money for us to care. We're gonna do what the hell we want. We want.
It's
We
crazy
dare you
like that,
to
right?
sue us.
Alabama. What do you
The
think
South,
about
man.
this,
That's the
Rochelle?
South.
All this Alabama-ness.
It's it seems like just such a shit show down there just in general, and so I'm not surprised, by anything that you reported. It just seems like every day it's something weird with these people, and they don't really seem to care about rhyme or reason.
Seems like a lot
Shout
of
out
room for
to
corruption in Alabama.
yeah, shout out to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Them podium she got.
Oh man. And shout out to Anna Lewis out there with a super chat in there. Big ups to Anna. We thank you very, very much. Good looking out, girl. Yeah.
What up, Anna?
Yes. Man, I just think this whole
Thank you, Anna.
yes. I really enjoy this Alabama story. They basically just said straight up, like basically the commission can do whatever they want to do, and you guys can fight and litigate all you want, but they have pure discretion as to who they want to award licenses to. So if you guys want to waste all this money in litigation, go right at it because you're just going to lose. That's what I took from this article.
The house.
I
always
did too.
wins.
Right?
The
No.
house always wins. Yeah.
The house always wins. Exactly.
The house is the original trap. The house is the original trap lord.
The
Man,
government.
they
The
are.
government is the ultimate trap lord.
Yes.